Hi, I'm Bob the Breakfast Guy, and this is my show. Today, we're going to do something fun, and we're going to make up a little omelet here, and we're going to use some onion. I've got part of a real nice onion here. I like a lot of onion in my omelets. They're really good. You know, you get those going first and get them a little caramelized in the pan. That's always a nice way to do it. I'm going to use my chopping block and my Rachel Ray style knife. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun. And today I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to use some spinach. And I got this spinach, and it's actually leftover from a salad that my wife Terry made, and it should be good in omelet. I've had them when I've been out in restaurants, but I've never made one myself. So anyway, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to use a little pepper. And for the eggs, instead of using eggs, I'm going to use this Lucerne Best of Egg product. I've used this a lot, and it's really good. You know, it tastes really quite good, really quite similar to eggs. And anyway, I'm going to get things going here. I'm going to turn on my skillet, and I'm going to use a little Crisco spray. This Crisco spray is good stuff. I'm just going to spray that in the fry pan here. I'm using a medium-sized fry pan, which is probably bigger than you really need, but I like a lot of omelet, you know. And I'm not going to use any cheese. I was thinking about using some cheese, but I'm not going to. So, depending on your definition of an omelet, you might even not consider that an omelet. But anyway, I'm going to take this onion here and chop it up a little bit. I'm not sure just how fresh this edge is here, so I'm going to trim a little bit of that off first. I'm going to do that here, and then I'm going to cut off a couple of nice thin slices. And the thing about onion is that it really isn't all that strong when you cook it up and put it in there. And you really, you know, you should use a lot. And oh yeah, you know, there's one more thing too that I'm planning on putting in there, and that is a nice tomato. My producer Terry, she just pointed this out that I had forgotten the tomato. And this is really, I have to say, one of the most beautiful tomatoes I've ever seen. And I'm going to use that in there too. So I'm going to chop that up. That'll go in later though, because I don't want the tomato to get mushy. So kind of add that in as the last thing. I'll chop it up before I use it. But first I'm going to just run my knife through this onion here. And nothing fancy, I'm just going to rough chop it. You know, I'm not going to try to make it too small, but you don't want big chunks of onion either in there. So I'm just going to chop that up here. And toss it in the pan. Now we got a nice bunch of onion in. Most people, I think, would probably say, Bob, what are you doing? You know, it looks like an excessive amount of onion for one single large omelet. And, you know, I respect their feelings in that regard, but I think this is really just right. You know, you'll see that I'm using, you know, quite a good bit of onion here, but it's going to be fine. So I'm just going to scrape that into my fry pan here. Now you can hear that it's sizzling already. And I need a utensil here. Let's see, which one will I use? I guess I'll just use my handy dandy spatula here. It's about the right size. I've got different sizes of spatulas. So I've got this green one here with a metal handle. I don't care for that too much. It's okay. But I've got, you know, if I'm doing something big, like a big pancake, now this is a spatula, you know. I don't know if you ever saw the old Crocodile Dundee movie, but when this fellow pulls out a small knife on him, his girlfriend at the time said, oh my, Crocodile, he's got a knife. And Crocodile Dundee pulls out this great huge Bowie knife out of his boot, and he says, that's not a knife, this is a knife. Well, this is, and they could say, this is a spatula. That's not a spatula, this is a spatula, you know. So anyway, I'm going to just brown up my onions here. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit. Oh man, the smell is so good. I just love the smell of cooking onions. Nothing like onions on the make here, you know. And oh, this is going to be wonderful. After I get these going a little bit, you know, a little bit caramelized, I'm going to toss the spinach in, because we want to wilt that down a little bit, and it will work out quite nicely in the pan, I think. Just to wilt that down. So anyway, things are going good. It really does smell good. Oh boy, I tell you, it's going to make an omelet. It's going to be a Minnesota omelet, even though I'm in California, you know, it's going to be a Minnesota omelet, yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to put that up. Yeah, indeed. Now, you know, more patient souls, you know, they probably do this at a lower heat, but when it comes to cooking, patience is not one of my virtues, frankly, so I'm going to really crank the heat up on this, and you can see that it's starting to brown up a little bit already here, you know, it's beginning to get kind of nice. Got a little bit that jumped out onto the stove, can't pay too much attention to that right now. Yeah, okay, yeah, getting a little caramelization, that's looking good, okay. Now I'm going to take my spinach, like I mentioned before, and I'm going to dump that in there, and I'm not really sure how much to put in. You see, I've never made one of these before, so it's a little tricky. It's kind of hard to get open here. Okay, there we go. I'm thinking maybe like this much, maybe a little more. What's my producer think here?
A little more. I think you should turn the heat down too.
A little more and turn the heat down. She's advising I turn the heat down. You know, she's got more patience than I do when it comes to cooking. You know, so okay. You see, I got the pan right there. See, it's looking quite nice. You know, and this is going to be good. Spinach. I don't know if you're old enough to remember the old Popeye cartoons that they used to have, but Popeye always ate his spinach and became just, you know, really strong. You know, was able to beat up Brutus and save olive oil. You know, how's that for a name for you? Olive oil. That's a good name. Okay, yeah, I'm just doing this on medium heat right now, and the spinach is wilting up fast. And in fact, there's one thing about spinach that you probably know is that it really will look a lot smaller than what you got originally. You know, it's really getting down there. But it takes a little bit of time, so I'm going to just give it plenty of time here. And yeah.